Today I have a book for you called A Snake in Music Class. So I'm going to read the book and then we're going to talk about and think through what might be happening in the story. And so as we get started, I want you to look at, there's Sammy Snake on the cover. And he signed up for music class with Miss Kitty, the music teacher. But Sammy looks really excited for music class, but Miss Kitty, she looks kind of confused or maybe a little worried. And so we're going to go through and we're going to think about what's happening in the story. So always be paying attention, because remember, our illustrations can tell us a lot about what's happening in the story. And you could see also this book has different animals and different characters. And we're going to know it's a fiction book because do snakes really go to music class? No. And you won't see a monkey at music class or a cute little mouse with a triangle either. So we know that this is a fiction book. So let's keep going. Miss Kitty had a problem. Sammy Snake wanted to play music. Most of the students in her music class had something to play, but Miss Kitty couldn't find anything for Sammy. So there we go. We know why Miss Kitty looks worried or confused is because she can't think of anything for Sammy the Snake to play. Sammy tried to play the piano, but Sammy couldn't play the piano because he did not have hands. Aw, poor Sammy the Snake. He looks so sad. Sammy tried to play the tuba, but Sammy couldn't blow. Sammy only made a s sound. Sammy tried to play the violin, but Sammy couldn't play the violin because snakes don't have arms. So he can hold the violin, but he can't move the bow because he doesn't have another arm to hold it. My grandma was in a band, said Sammy. See? He handed Miss Kitty a photo. I want to make Grandma proud of me, but I can't play music, he said. Sammy let out a very sad sound. Sss, I will just slither home now. Poor Sammy. He looks so sad, and he just wants to make his grandma happy. Wait a minute, said Miss Kitty. You gave me an idea. Oh, I wonder if Miss Kitty had the idea from the page before. Look, Miss Kitty gave Sammy a rattle. He grabbed the rattle with his tail and shook it. Do you know what that is also called? Think about it. What musical instrument is that? It's a maraca. Look how happy Miss Kitty looks. And Sammy. Miss Kitty's class put on a show. The cow played the piano and the dog played the tuba. The pig played the violin. The show was great. Sammy Snake was in the band too. Grandma came to hear him play. Sammy played the rattle, and Sammy's grandma said, Yes, that's my Sammy. Look how happy. Did Sammy Snake make his grandma proud? Yes, he did. All right, so this week we're going to talk about using our what's called a CPRS. We're going to get your brain thinking for second grade, and we're going to talk about our characters in the story. And so who were our main characters in the story? We have Miss Kitty, the teacher, the music teacher. And then we have Sammy the Snake. And we had some other friends that were in the background, but they weren't main characters in the story. The story is mostly about Miss Kitty and Sammy the Snake. What is the problem? So we got to think about what our problem in the story was. Our problem in the story was Sammy wanted to play music, but he could not find an instrument that he could play. He couldn't find anything that he could play. His problem was he did not have hands. So tell how the problem was fixed. So how did they fix the problem? So I want you to think. So he tried different instruments, but the problem didn't get solved until Sammy showed Miss Kitty a photo. Sammy showed Miss Kitty a photo of his grandma playing the, oops, go to the next line, the rattle. Sammy tried the rattle too. So Sammy Miss Kitty got the idea, and so Sammy showed Miss Kitty a photo of Grandma playing the rattle, and she had an idea. Sammy tried the rattle too. And so where did the story happen? Let's think about the setting. You always want to know, where is your story taking place? And the story took place in music class. Music class, probably at school. And so when you're thinking about, you can use this character problem resolution setting. Resolution means how the problem get fixed. These are things that you can think about with any story you read. And be sure, as you're reading and you noticed how Miss Barron stopped and looked at the pictures and talked about what's happening in the pictures and how does that, remember the author and the illustrator work together to tell the story. So not the story, there's more details in the pictures that add to the story. So be sure to pay attention to all of your details as you're reading, and keep reading. Bye, friends.